Hello YouTube, Red to Green here again with another recap. Today is February 11th, 2022, and it was an okay day. I missed majority of the moves. We had some momentums here and there. Overall, I'm positive, which is great, and I'm gonna show you guys what my PnL looks like right now. Okay, if you look at the chart right here, look right away. You see that red, small red peak on the bottom here, right? Well, guess what? That's where I went red. It wasn't a lot. Maybe it was around $15, $17. Good thing I turned it around and I went into green and I stayed green. I actually ended my live stream around this area, that first flat bar, around 150, 156, 160. And then I decided to trade some more. And I took a trade on YMAB. And it got me to 183, so I made almost $30 on that trade. I was kind of excited. I was like, okay, we're in the move, and I'm gonna go over when it happened. Maybe I should. Let's actually go over YMAB. Okay, that's gonna be the first stock we're gonna go over, and I'm gonna show you what happened and where it happened. It happened towards the end kind of the day. I saw this. It was under VWAP. I believe I traded around maybe somewhere here around 140 or something. After lunch it was. And what happened is I anticipated. I saw this volume. Okay, that's where I actually made that $30. Or 20 something, $27 on this pop, and I got excited. I was like, okay, we're going over the highs here, right around 850, 855. So because it was a break of 850, right, that's where I made the $30. And then guess what happened? I got in for that pullback because that candle looked bullish because it got bought up. And then I get in, and my average was around 47. And what happened next is kind of crazy. It's unexpected because I saw that the volume wasn't there and the level 2 wasn't moving up. So I did a market sell, and my market sell got me out at 837, and I believe that 838 or something like that, and the low was 838. So I was like, did my order just got submitted at the lowest possible price? Maybe my order actually created that level. I don't know. Market order. So the reason, because look at the volume, 17,000 share volume, 6,000 share volume. That's not a lot. Compare if you go all the way at the market open, you see 930,000 share volume. So it's my fault again. I FOMO'd in. I tried to capitalize because that trade was successful, and then the next trade I just lost money. So, and of course I increased the share size. I sized up a little, and that's the result. The result is I gave all my gains and some on YMAB because I tried to recoup it, and that was just the wrong stock to trade it on because it was the wrong time. It was done. We were on the backside. The volume wasn't there. I shouldn't have FOMO'd in. And then what I did is I traded Netflix and Tesla. And Netflix actually brought me back up a little. That's where you see the spike here, on that second spike up. So it got me back to about 150. But then what happened next is Tesla. I lost about $20 on it. And I dropped. And I think my Netflix then was also $15, so I dropped to sub $100. I was up at up 98 or something, and that was not looking good. So good thing for Netflix. Netflix actually got me back to over 126. So I'm happy to see that. And I just told myself, I'm done. And as we talk about Netflix, let's look at some of the Netflix trades I took and where I took them. And interestingly enough, I was trying to scrape from the bottoms because I I saw that it was trying to reverse because SPY was selling off, Tesla was selling off, everything was selling off, everything looked weak, and I was waiting for that bottom bounce. And on the 5-minute, it looked like that level was going to be 389, and it kind of was for a small bounce, right? And that's where I was trying to get in and trade. And I took some of the pops, those volume pops, and it got me over $30 on those pops. So that's pretty much it on Netflix. Also was trading it on a downtrend, trying to trade the pops and scalps. It was very difficult. You know, you kind of make a step, and then you kind of make step back, and then the next step forward you make is a bigger step than a step back. That's essentially how I was progressing. Instead of, you know, taking like 2 steps and then 1 step back, I was taking step and then step back, and then my next step was larger than the step back. So it was kind of like a back and forth. It was just trading and trading. I had about 36 trades when I ended the stream, or maybe around 60 trades when I ended the stream at 150, and now I'm at 133, so double that. And everything was pretty much on Tesla and Netflix. Small share size. So that's it for Netflix. Tesla, same thing. Tesla is exactly same thing. I traded Tesla, was on the backside. Everything was on the backside. SPY was on the backside, selling off, and Tesla was just a lot of fake outs. You would think that Tesla was going to move. I believe that first attempt I made was about 892 break into that VWAP at 93, and it just faked out, and it continues selling off. And on Tesla, the interesting thing, you trade a 10 share size on Tesla. A $2 false breakout on the micro flush is a very common thing. So losing $20 on 10 shares, that's pretty easy on Tesla. No question asked there. What's next? The biggest gainer, okay, and that was also on our watch list, I believe. No, it wasn't. KAVL was not on the watch list. No, it was. I think it was on the watch. I can't even remember. See, majority of the move actually happened for the first 30 minutes, and that's where I made majority of my money on KVL. That second pop also was nice. $100 overall. That's pretty much what 90% of my gains today. So 80% of the gains today is on KAVL. And that was in the early morning, so I should have pretty much been done within first couple hours of trading instead of waiting and sitting there for 4 hours. So that's KAVL. Nothing really much. I was trading popping, trading the pops, that momentum, and $100 on it. I think it's not bad. I was expecting more a little bit. I should have increased the share size, but again, what happened was YMAB, I increased the share size and I just gave all my profit. That's one thing with increasing share sizes. You scalp a smaller share size, you get to $100, and then you feel comfortable and you feel like you have a cushion. You increase the share size, and one bad trade could wipe all those gains because you were trading smaller share size to gain those gains. And it's upsetting. So I feel like you have to be consistent. So for example, if you decided to trade with 500 shares, I feel like stick to it. Start with 500 shares and with 500 shares. Don't increase, decreasing is okay because you're limiting your risk exposure and gain. So like, for example, decreasing share size, I feel like when the market is on the backside, right? When the stock is on the backside, I guess decreasing is okay. It's increasing that could affect your PnL swings, right? Decreasing is pretty much just going to be making it a little bit more stable because the variation in PnL is going to be slower. So with increasing, when the market is actually slowing down, the volume slowing down, I think it might be a bad thing. So, and what happened today with YMAB is a perfect example of that. HTCR, I don't really have anything for it. I tried to trade it. HTCR, it looked like it was going to move. You see that pop initially around 10 o'clock and then bounce back punctured VWAP, bounced the VWAP, sold off. Nothing really there, right? RELI, I feel like RELI was one of the stocks some people were watching. That initial pop on it gave some profits. I believe I traded that pullback. Just it's basically that $7 was just the spread fill that TOS gave me. I feel like it could have been negative $7 as easily as it was $7 in positive. So yeah, that's a day for me. That's a Friday. When I got down to 95 or something in my PnL at 98, I kind of was like, ugh, that's not looking good. Maybe I should stop, and I continued to trade. Yeah, good thing I recovered, but that also could have brought me back down a little bit. And I'm noticing that trend that the later in the day I tried to trade, I try to be, all this, got to get back to that previous high at least for the day, or maybe get a little bit higher, I tend to give back a lot more. And especially with increased share size, I keep saying that YMAB definitely should not have increased the share size. As you see the PnL, it affected my PnL greatly. And but I'm working on increasing my share size overall throughout day trading. So, and also look at my total volume here. You see these boxes, my daily boxes. My total volume is 37,000 shares traded. Yes, the day before yesterday was 37,000 shares too. 42,000. So I guess that's kind of the average share size. I'm staying around 40,000 shares, 38, 40. And I guess that's a sweet spot for me in the TOS. And maybe eventually I'll try to maybe raise that share size a little tad more and see. But I feel like today was not the day, because at the beginning my TOS lagged, and I shared that with the guys on live stream. It literally took 5 seconds for the order to show up after I hit buy on my active trader window. That's unacceptable. Good thing it was not a flush, because sometimes you get in on that breakout and it flushes right away within like 2 seconds or a second, and guess what? I would be still waiting there to see where my order was actually filled for me to get out, because until the order actually shows up on your TOS, that's the time when you can click sell market or flatten button, right? Otherwise, those buttons are gray. They grayed out. The system doesn't know that you have an order. Yeah, anyway, that was scary and sketchy, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons I don't increase my share size. Because increasing the share size, and TOS decides like, hey, you know what? I'm going to just hang there for a while and, just go grab some coffee or something and come back. Your order still be in a pending status active, if that's the status, right? And then we'll decide to actually show it to you whenever we want to. So we can't have that. We can't have this in an active trading environment. That's why there's light speed, I guess. But the fills, TOS do given a decent feels. So they're trying to do that better than national best offer and bid price. So gotta give them props for that. But otherwise, TOS is not good for active trading. Anyway, guys, happy Friday. I talk to you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.